Look, nobody teaches us how to live this life, and I love talking to people about their life, knowing more about their love life, their lifestyle, their relationships in general. And I found these very, very uncomfortable questions that I would answer in the most honest and real way that I can. I have my comfy pants, so I'm so ready to start answering these uncomfortable questions. But today is a busy day for me, so I have to paint some artworks that I have to finish for my Etsy shop. If you want to check it out, these are some of the prints that I have been working on. So we're just gonna hang out while I paint, but first I have to set up everything for the painting. Okay, so I'm almost ready. This is the artwork that I'm working on. It's pretty cool. So the first question is, what changed the most between 25 and 30? When you are 25, you still think that you're early for everything because you're young, because you're 25. When I turned 30, I started to feel that I didn't have as much time as I used to have. The pressure of getting your shit together, it's more visible. The pressure is for everything, for your job, for your career, for your relationships, for your friends. So the pressure is there, and that's a big difference. What I believe I had about success that I had to unlearn. Basically, the path that we all know. I thought success was going to be finding a really good job and just make my way up the ladder. Of course, I want money. Of course, I want nice things, but with freedom and living in different countries, being able to spend time with my partner, with my family whenever I want, being able to manage my time, that's success now. So the third question is, do I feel behind? If you haven't watched my previous videos, I quit my job 4 months ago. I was working in Canada as an architect. So I was basically in the corporate world, all of that. But then I had so many ideas, and then I had this fire in my chest that I want to explore all of that. This is not the life that I want. This is not the routine that I want for myself. So I need to do something now, because if now is not the right time, then when? So I don't feel that I'm behind anymore, because I'm one step closer to the life of my dreams, which is about being free, about being able to work from wherever in the world, being able to manage my time. I know that I'm going to be very repetitive with this stuff, because that's something that I'm working on right now. I don't feel behind with my old self, and that's something that I'm thinking about more than if I feel behind from others. Am I proud of who I am becoming, or just relieved I'm not who I was? I'm really proud of who I'm becoming. I don't think that these big changes can do any harm. On the contrary, they bring a new side of yourself that you probably didn't even know it existed. But also, I'm glad that I left a lot of things that I used to believe, such as not being able to say no before, being extremely shy and not ask for help. So I'm proud that that person is not here anymore. Can I go a full weekend without comparing myself to anyone? I feel that that's just natural in the human behavior. I'm just trying to compare myself in a way that is mostly beneficial. I try to compare myself with people that at least are doing what I want to do, or to women that know how to control their emotions, then they just know each other so much, or things like that. So I don't think I can spend 1 week without comparing myself to other person, but I don't think that has to be a bad thing. Do I spend more time dreaming or doing? Right now, I'm definitely not spending that much time dreaming. I think it can be both, because when you're pursuing a dream and you're taking action, you're still dreaming about that being possible, about that happening in the future. So you still dream and at the same time take action. That's the best feeling, because when you don't take action, that gives you anxiety, because your dreams are probably too far from what you are actually doing right now. Did I waste too much time trying to be liked instead of being real? When I got into college, I was extremely young. I was 15 years old, and I was always trying to be someone else all the time. Something I didn't know about myself is that I can be more on the more masculine side than the feminine side. And in college, I was just trying to belong. And then my friends, they were all wearing heels, dresses, for, to go partying and all of that. And then I wish I could just talk to that person now and say, like, it's cool being a little bit more masculine. It's cool wearing Dr. Martens boots instead of heels. It's cool to be like that as well. You don't have to be like them. Those outfits of like baggy clothes and all of that, I love that is happening right now in the world, because that's the kind of clothes that I love to use. I was just early for the trend when I was in college. What does freedom mean to me now, really? Freedom basically means being able to manage your entire day. That's freedom for me. I want to be able to create a schedule that works for me, and freedom of location, being able to make money while I'm anywhere in the world. Can you define what enough means financially? I don't care so much about having luxurious cars or luxurious purses. I don't care about any of that, but I like to live in a very nice place. For me, enough is about having a really nice place to live, being able to travel as many times as we want, being able to provide for ourselves, to go to restaurants, to eat good food. That will be enough for me. This is how it's going so far. So I need to do the line now. I'm going to try to do both. Do I believe I need more money or just more clarity? I believe I need both. You cannot have clarity if you have money issues. Money, it's always peace of mind. It doesn't have to be tons of money, but at least having your basic needs covered and a little bit more than that is going to give you more clarity. Do I buy things to feel better or to feel like I belong? I don't feel that I need to belong anymore. I'm very conscious about what I buy, so I don't think I buy things because I want to belong. Do I actually want to buy a house, or do I feel like I should? That's something I believe that buying a house was the ultimate goal. With time, a lot of people have been talking about that, and I truly believe that. I don't want to own a house, not anytime soon. I feel that you buy a house, you get into really big debt that is not going to let you be free. So it's a really long-term commitment. And then once you buy it, the house starts to need more maintenance, starts to ask more things from you. And I don't think I want that right now. Not having a house to do the interior design, I love. Does it affect me? I love transforming the space that I'm living in. I did that with the last apartment that we were living in. I did that with even this Airbnb. Not owning something or not spending at least 1 year in a place, it can be a little bit difficult, but that's why I'm also working, transforming spaces for other people, for other Airbnbs, and that fulfills that need of transforming a space. But that doesn't mean that I don't make myself feel at home in the short-term rentals that we have. We always do something, buy lamps, buy plants, buy things to make the space feels like home. The next question is, do I spend with intention or habit? Intention, 100%. Am I investing or just avoiding it? I'm not gonna lie to you. When I moved to Canada, I started to learn about investing. And then I learned how to use Wealthsimple. Wealthsimple, it's an app in Canada where you can invest in stocks and all of that. I didn't know how to do it, so I started with small amounts of money. And then I just started to ask the people, what kind of stocks do you usually invest in? So people have different opinions. It doesn't mean that they're right or wrong, but I just took whatever worked for me. It became a game to see the numbers in the app grow, and I thought, why I just didn't do this before? So I was avoiding it because I just didn't know, and I thought that you needed a lot of knowledge in order to purchase a stock, and that's far from the reality. It's so easy right now. Okay, so let's talk about love and relationships, my favorite topic. I don't know why I like to talk about that so much. Can you build love while still figuring yourself out? I feel that I need to have some strength to go through the things that you have to go when you are in a relationship. Relationships can bring sides of you that you didn't even know that they were there. And they're not always beautiful. I feel that I have learned so much about myself, but from a position of strength, of I deserve to be loved this way. I deserve to be treated the right way. So I believe that if the wrong relationship catches you while you are not feeling the best version of yourself, it can really hurt you. So when I felt that I already have things sorted out, that I already had my friends, that I already have my, group of people where I can go and cry if I needed to, when I had all of that, I thought I'm ready to find someone. Would I choose my current relationship again today? That's a really beautiful question. And I think that, of course, 100%. I don't think I could have improved so much how I communicate, how I see life, how I experience life if I hadn't met my partner. And I cannot imagine having someone that's different. And that's the metric for me. If I don't think maybe there's someone else out there that's better, that's the metric that I would choose him again and again and again. Do you have one friend you can call crying? To be honest, the shoulder that I used for crying always was my mom. But lately, since I got into this relationship, I feel that my partner is the one getting all the tears and all the emotions. I don't know, maybe because he understands more about what I'm going through. That is not like, oh, poor you, why this is happening to you. No, it's not about that. It's just about having a bad day, or being anxious, or being, multiple things. Or sometimes I just want to cry and then just talk to myself, and that's it. I don't need someone else to watch me while I'm crying. Do you think you have found the love of your life, or are you settling in? I always thought, I'm probably going to be single for the rest of my life, and I'm okay with that. Maybe I'm not even sure if I want to have kids or not back then. So I was pretty much okay with the fact that I was going to, be single with friends here and there, and that's it. That to answer the question of, I wouldn't settle with a guy that I don't think it's worth my time, my years, my energy. I just didn't even think that this was possible. And then when it happened to me, I realized that with this person, I would do everything. I don't know how it's going to be in the future, but at least it's worth trying. Getting married, having kids, maybe all of that. I don't think I would think that way if I happen to be with the wrong person and settle in. Am I showing up in love the way I want to be received? I feel that I can ask for way more than what I'm offering to my partner. And that's something I'm trying to work out. Sometimes I'm just lazy about doing stuff. Lazy in a sense that I was working the entire day, and I just have tons of excuses to not show up for my partner. And that's something I'm trying to work out. Would I date me right now? Yes, unfortunately, I'm getting married in March. What is one thing I want to unlearn in how I relate to others? One thing that I would love to unlearn in how I connect with others is I used to talk a lot about myself. It's a normal human behavior. People, they like to talk about themselves. But I was doing it in a way that, but you're telling me, let me tell you, I have gone through the exact same thing, but let me tell you my story because mine is probably better. Like, I just want to share. And then something I had to unlearn is that I wanted to be more curious about what the other person has to tell me. Ask questions and make it more about the other people. So many people, they don't ask questions. Okay, we're gonna do the next ones a little bit faster because I already finished this one. It's not bad. Do I still believe people are worth trusting? I have very strong feelings about certain things that people do that show me that I can trust them. And this is not probably a popular opinion. For example, if I have friends that cheat on their partners, I don't think they're trustworthy. I don't think I can make business with them. They're getting behind the back of the person that loves them the most. If one of your friends is trying to get away with something, they took something that was not theirs, and then they're kind of happy they got away with it, I don't think I can trust that person with anything because they already have that mindset of, I got away with stuff if I can. So when you have a filter and you judge the people that you know by their actions, you're gonna find people that you can trust 100%. Do I actually want kids, or do I just feel behind because everybody else is having them? I never looked at a kid and said, oh, he's so beautiful or he's so cute. Never. But something, and I feel that's nature, but something clicked in me after my 30s. And it's now I find myself looking at kids like, oh my God, she's so cute. And then I'm like, who is this person now? So I feel that it's just the right timing. I met the right person that I can potentially have kids with, but I also have this nature call in me. So yeah, I feel that if I want to have kids now, it's not because of pressure or anything like that. Am I a safe space for people I care about? I think that's like my part-time job. I'm always trying to get rid of the things that I don't like about myself and about things that I do naturally. One of those things is when someone is calling me, I need to let them talk, cry, whatever they need. And after all of that, maybe I'm gonna try to understand if that person wants an advice or they just wanted to have a shoulder to cry on. Because sometimes when someone is telling you a problem, the first thing that goes through your mind is like, oh, let me tell you how to solve it. But you are two different people. You probably do not have the answers. What scares me more, failing at something big or never trying? I used to have a furniture store, and then I started to build shelves for the furniture store. And then I ended up selling dining tables and coffee tables because those were selling way more than the shelves. So trying something can always open a new door that you didn't know even existed. Failing is probably almost never like that. It's not like you wasted your time. You almost always win at least one small thing. If I stop being busy for a minute, what feelings I'm afraid will catch up with me? Time. When I'm really busy, I just don't think about the stuff, but I am spending 1 year where I'm trying to figure out which business idea is gonna let me get out of the corporate world for good. And right now it's time. I do not have 1 year anymore. I have 8 months to see if I go back to the corporate world or if I'm able to find this source of income that I'm looking for. It's consuming my energy. And what would I do if I wasn't scared? You know how they say it, if you can be scared, but at least do it while you're scared. So that's what I'm doing right now. So I don't have anything that I would do if I wasn't scared because I'm already in that position. I love these kind of videos. Hopefully you're gonna like it, and hopefully you're going to subscribe so I know that you liked it and I can keep doing those. Otherwise, I can always try something new. I will see you in the next video.